welcome back to Empires of the Ants. It has been a hot second since I've made a video on this. I actually have 2 videos that I never uploaded on this. Maybe I'll put them in the members only, so if you're a member on this channel, you'll get to see those. So watch out for that. If you remember, I've got a playlist that's members only videos, I think. And yeah, there's 2 new things actually. I don't showcase the spell or whatever you want to call it, the power in this one. But I started this game. This is online. The player base, well, let's just say sometimes if you time it right, it doesn't take too long at all to find a game. Other times it can. But they made a new a new support class creature. I can't remember what it's called, but you'll see it in this video. And they also made a new spell. That's like some sort of storm. Basically, it means it hides everything in that vicinity. I read the description. I thought it sounded stupid. I was like, this sounds so, like, not useful in the slightest. Okay, so as you can see in this video, we're going to be covering, like, these new creatures, and there's also 2 other games, I think, or maybe even 3, that we watch, and they were really good games. I had them yesterday, and they were different tactics that I hadn't really seen before, and I just thought I'd put them in this video. So, as you can see, I've climbed to the tallest tower, the tallest log, and I had a look at what my friend was doing, my enemy, and they're doing nothing. So there was part of me that wanted to stop recording right now and just go, okay, I'll just record something else. But it ended up being kind of a good showcase of this new creature, this new insect. So I mean, I'm taking it easy. Here, what's it called again? It's called the Paussus. The Paussus. And it's a very odd creature. Because when it comes to support classes, you've got the aphids, which are healers. They have like an aura ability. You've got the snail, which gives defense. You've got the rhino beetle that flies. You can even transport things. And here I am just, speeding it up because I'm thinking to myself, well, if anything, I get to showcase the new thing. So here are the Paussus. They're slow, they're weak to everything. And their ability, should you choose to believe me, I'm just going to make a beeline over there. And I take one of the little nest ants with me, which is really odd. And so what they do is they mimic a nest. And ants in that nest, the guards, the gunners, everything, don't recognize this as a threat. So you can sit on a nest and basically disable it. So they can't speed up, they can't use anything that's in that nest, I'm pretty sure, but they definitely can't make ants if they've lost any, that's for sure. So it's kind of this weird thing where the niche it fills. Oh, there we go. I'm like, oh my god, he's actually here. Should I be worried? So I'm like, okay, never mind. Never mind. We're going to be playing. Is this ants on the move? His ants are on the move. Okay, we're doing something. And I'm like, okay, he's going to get his first nest. Right, well, maybe. I mean, this is at this point, I've won. I know I've won. But then I notice my ants might die here. And if my ants die, that is not very good. So I'm like, okay, how about a nest that's not owned by an enemy? Let's see how they interact with that. And they don't do anything. They don't attack it, but they mimic it. See, look, they're doing their mimic ability. I don't know what this is. They do a little dance, and then my resources go funny. They go purple. But the thing that this is supposed to do is now I can see what's inside the nest. And because this is a wild nest, there's nothing in it, but I can see the slots that it has. Now I'm a bit worried. I'm like, oh my god, wait, I'm going to lose him. I'm going to lose him. So I have to use my rage ability just to get that. And if I hadn't, I think they would have died there. So there we go. They're doing the little shimmy shams over the nest, making it bloody awkward for me to get something out of it. But now I'm like, okay, well, if he's away, let's see what these things can do to, the main nest. Now, in a normal battle, this would never happen. I would never be able to march all the way across the map to the main nest. Now, at the time, I didn't know they disabled the nest. I didn't know that he wouldn't be able to access things. I thought they were just spies, basically. But then again, I guess if I had spies, that would make sense, right? Like, to add this in, like, spies already thing. This is just an extra step where I can have spies, but only for one specific nest, and only if they get right outside it. Now, they don't have to be on the nest. That's the mistake I make here. I realize that they can be a little bit nearby it. So let's have a look. Let's see what these guys do. Again, they're super slow. They're weak to everything. Everything can finish them off super quickly. I think they're cheaper. I think most support units are. So we do march into it. We don't have to, but maybe it's a little less obvious if we're inside the nest like this. And here we go. They're doing their thing. They're filling it up. And boom. Now, I thought that I was getting everything in the nest. So I can see it's got warriors, wood barrier, veteran nest gunners, veteran nest guards, and this is the headquarters chamber. Now, I thought the reason my resources were going purple, and maybe it is the case, is because I'm getting the resources. So if he had a mushroom, or if he had a pine, like a wood yard or whatever, then I would get the resources. And maybe that's the case. I don't know. But my resources go purple. It could be a case of like, oh, well, I'm getting the extra resources. But nowhere in its description does it say that's what's happening. So, right now, he might be like noticing that he can't do things in his nest, or he might see that there's beetles on the nest, and he's going to march his ants over to them. Spoilers, I know. Oh, oops. But I don't know. The power as well, which is the storm, something like the dust storm, basically blots out anything in that area. So the enemy can't see if there's nests, if there's troops in it. Maybe I should have selected that so we could have a showcase of all. There you go, I can see him coming over now. Now, I don't know if he'd seen my bugs in there, or if he just noticed that there was an alarm on top, because I don't even know what it looks like if you get attacked by these things. If everything looks normal, but you can't use things, or whether your nest has a little icon above it, possibly. That would make sense, I suppose. But then if the enemy gets notified on their nest that, hey, we've got a bug thing, then what's the point? Spies are just way better. Yes, I mean, they even take us, like, spies take up slots. These things take up slots. You know, I could have a warrior, a gunner, an apex, or whatever. Or I could have this useless thing. And not even that. I could have a snail, a rhino beetle, what is it? An aphid. I would rather have an aphid than this thing. It's just so mind-boggling to me. And I know that they've published a massive, like they had a, not a floor plan, but you know, things they were going to update down the ways. And one of them was a whole new faction, which I don't really get. I don't know what that is. There is multiplayer now. There is horde mode now. They are updating it, but they need something to really make the multiplayer usable. So here we go. Copies all economy and information upgrades of the enemy nest and interacts with while blocking this nest as if it was in combat. Nest defenses will not detect nor attack you, but you're weak to everything. So basically, it does the job of you attacking a nest without attacking the nest. Which seems so stupid. Because if I can disable a nest and also take its health down, why wouldn't I? The trade-off is, oh, how about I disable the nest and I also don't attack it. If I get spotted, I can easily be killed. A tier 1 gunner, worker, warrior can easily kill me. It makes no sense. It is it needs a buff, 1,000,000%, or a rework. I don't get it. I think if it did damage to the nest without notifying the enemy, that would be a good use of it, because then it's like a sleeper unit that, you know, maybe without them even noticing that they're losing health from their nest, they all of a sudden lose a nest and go, wait, what? Something like that needs to happen. Maybe it needs to be a sneaky unit, because at the moment it's massive, it's slow, it can't defend, it can't attack. I mean, it can attack other ant colonies, or, you know, ant colonies, I think. So here's me just trying to get a thumbnail. I'm like, you know what? I may as well. So this is where I put them outside. I mean, they're fairly, you know, they're a decent size away. But look, they can do their ability. And I was like, oh, so they don't even need to be near it. And this is an insect that is in the game. So they haven't really had to do much for it. They've had to, yeah, I mean, they've probably already rigged it and everything. But they've had to do animations for it and make sound effects. And the thing that gets me with this game is they really have put in the effort. They went above and beyond in the graphics, in the I think the way this is for a controller game for an Xbox, PS4, whatever. I think it's really hard to do real-time strategies with a controller, but I think they've nailed it. I think they've done really well. And I love insects. I love nature. I love RTSs, and it is the perfect game for me. The only way that this game could be better is if it was dinosaur related. But even then, I don't think you could do that with dinosaurs, or at least not this way. So this guy has literally nothing. Bless him. I think it must have been. I mean, I clicked, you know, 1v1 multiplayer, and he came up instantly. So, you know, either it was just one person waiting or multiple people waiting, whatever. I didn't have to wait for this at all. But I will end this here because there is nothing more to see. Basically, I attack his nest slowly with, I get 2 more warriors and he dies, and that's it. He doesn't give up, he doesn't fight back, he doesn't get his nest. He does get loads of powers, I do realize that. Once I kill these warriors, I go in and he's got reinforcements, he's got nat spies, he's got something else. Which is so odd. I mean, you'll see here in a second now. Well, obviously, once I've got this, it's literally like he never gets his army back, and then it's just a slow grind for me. And you don't want to waste your time. I just wanted to showcase this bit to talk about the creatures. So here we go. Rage, reinforcement, nat spies. So I can see all of this, and you can get this with spies. Bear in mind, they're probably a little bit more expensive, but at the same time, you don't, you know, these things can get attacked and killed, and and they also take up a slot that could go to a valuable army. So I honestly think there's no point in this. It needs a rework, it needs a rethink, and let's get on to some actual good games. So here we are on the Forest of Tayukan. This completely surprised me because I've been away from the game for so long that I'm not used to. I think this is a new map, or at least a new layout for this map, and I think that's also some of the changes, is that there are different loadouts. I think there is another map, a different map, but I haven't seen it. I did try playing some 3v3, but with the player count that is this game, I don't think it's, you know, I don't think it's doable, if I'm honest. So yeah, here we are. I'm now worried because I'm like, you know, this was my first game back in months. Ever since I played, like, probably half a year ago now. I can't remember when I made my Let's Play, and I played for another 2 months after. So I was worried that I was, you know, I'm going up against someone who knows what they're doing, and they do know what they're doing. And I have no idea where to send my troops. So I do the only thing that I can, and that is just run around and try and scope out the area, look for, and I accidentally fell off there. I definitely didn't mean to do that. I wanted to go up somewhere high and just have a look around. So, having a look. Also, I don't know how I recorded this. Apparently it was getting really good frames. And I've recorded this in the past, and it's went a bit funky. I don't know, like, the frames have jittered around and stuff. I think I realized what that was. For the longest time, I was so confused. I had no idea what was happening. Turns out, it wasn't anything to do with the way I was recording it. It was Adobe Premiere Pro, which is what I used to edit. And you know what was the issue? When I record a game that goes below 60 FPS and becomes variable frame rates, Adobe, instead of just keeping the lag, decides to generate random frames from, you know, like 5 frames ahead or 5 frames behind, which adds this weird stutter. And I think it's called AI or something like that. And then it's just another thing that AI is ruining. Because I never had this issue when I recorded games and they were 40 frames a second, 50 frames a second, or I dropped frames here and there. No issues. But Now when I record something that's really good graphics and then it drops, yeah, Adobe's like, no, you want to keep this, right? So I'm just gonna I'm gonna make your eyes go for a second. Just so we can keep 60 FPS. No! Just, if it stutters, you even know where it is, just pad out the frame. Extend it. Don't add more in. Oh. Anyway, that's here and there. So here I go. I mean, I'm getting my... I don't know what he's got because he's so far away. I'm just covering all bases. I'm climbing the antler. So, I mean, I've decided I don't know where he is. And I think I might spot him here. Because I'm having a look. I don't see him over there. Also, so yeah, the whole reason I'm saying about the recording quality is because I think this is a little bit lower. There he is. And I notice him over there, straight ahead, going up. I have no idea where his stuff is. But I've split my armies. I've got one down here. I've got two down here. And I've got one going up there. Normally, what happens is I send one troop off backwards to get a nest. And then I proceed forward all the way with another one. But because I know he's coming up this way, I'm a bit worried about this nest because I don't know how far away he is. And I think I've just seen him coming along. Yeah, over there. But I noticed there's another nest in the way, so I've got some breathing room. With that in mind, I quickly... I think I get the wood yard here. But I need to see what he has. Because I can't just make an ant army. I need to see what he's got. I see workers. I'm like, okay, that's terrible for me because I've got gunners here. So I need warriors. But at the same time, I want to bring my gunners in so I can shoot him while he's getting that nest. Just to get some free pot shots on it. And at the same time, I need to counter those workers. So I'm going to get some warriors. There they are. There's those bloody useless things. And there's also loadouts in the game now, which I like. Because depending on the map, you might want to use rhino beetles. You might want to use wasps. And how it was before was it was pot luck. So there wasn't much experimenting. There wasn't much change here. So I'm getting my warriors. So now I'm going two routes here. Two routes. And I just want to get some shots off here if I can get close enough. Unfortunately, I wasn't quick enough. And I think I just start shooting him when he gets it. Yep, there we go. I'm shooting him now. And there we are. So, this is where things could swing. Right? I'm split. If I was really thinking about it, and he does a great thing here. He sees my gunners and he goes to try and lock them up in combat. And I'm thinking to myself, fine, lock them up in combat. I don't care, because I've got warriors coming, and I'm going to kill you, and I'll switch my gunners out. So while you're held in, and then I see another batch of workers coming. I'm like, oh no. So how this game works is, and he's going to do it brilliantly here. You see, I'm damaging his other one. He might lose that army. What he's going to do is he's going to pull them out. And there you go. He's pulled out that army so they can recover now. And I'm still locked in. I still can't get away. And he's also got gunners on his nest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock in his workers and then get my gunners out of there. So I've just done what he did in reverse. And now he's not looking good. And I'm going to rage. So... when he first started attacking me, he might have thought he's also got defenses, and he gets a third worker unit, and I see that, and I need to get away. So we've got 3 workers here. I'm severely outmatched. And there we go. I'm just going to keep shooting them. I mean, I've got my warriors here. We've got rage on. I may as well use the rage, and there you go. He taps out. He taps out with that one, so he's got 2 healing and 1 in combat. And he's doing a really good tactic here. And because he's got 3 armies here, I sort of notice that that's probably everything from him. If I can only have 2 up this way, his third, I don't know where that came from, because it wasn't this nest. So I decided to get another power here. I'm like, I'm sat here doing a battle when I could be, you know, having something else. If I had toxic spores, I could have used that by now. So now I'm playing 2 games. I'm playing the upper level where I am right now, and I'm getting stuck by a leaf there. And I'm like, oh, I could have been toxic sporing that. That would have been brilliant. So there we go. That's that taken out. Now, I use this as a breather. I'm like, I'm not going to attack them. He's got a barrier. He's got gunners. I'll just try and take some resources. And now, while I'm over here, I'm actually... I decide to get over here because I've got nests. I've got 100 resources as well. I'm like, oh god, this is terrible. This is a bad idea. Oh, that was close. I have 100 resources, which means I can get nursery, which will speed up my units. But those nests have kind of got a lot of stuff, and he's going for some more wood there, which is fine, because that's actually going to weaken him. While I'm healing, he's going to be also losing health. I mean, I'm not healing. I'm also attacking something as well. But these nests over here haven't been getting anything, and I did send them off, because there's so many things going off at the same time. I want to put my upgrade somewhere safe. There we go. I'll quickly scarper over here, get the resources that I claimed. So I think the reason why, I think in his head, he thinks this is going over perfectly. He's like, I've got him. He can't get me. I've got warriors. I've got a barrier. I've got gunners shooting. I've got a really good defensible position here. And he only has 2 legions. That's it, legions. I couldn't think of the name. Look at me getting stuck on stuff. So annoying. Like, this sort of thing, yes, make it climbable. But a rock like that is just so frustrating because it gets in your way. So I've upgraded. Oh, that's right. I need to upgrade for the nurseries first. So there we go. I made sure to scout another nest, and I've also made sure to scout another resource. And I've got another one over there to claim. So really, I'm making the most that, you should be doing with this game. The best thing I guess I could have would be burrows, because then I could quickly switch. But that would be a couple more resources, and, I don't really need to use it. And what I will notice, or say, is that the speed and health of the ant, the stamina, seems to have decreased. I feel like I could run for ages, but maybe they took on some of the comments I made on board, because I did say that there was no need for this upgrade, the one to upgrade your stamina, because I never run out of it. Or if I do, it's because I've been sprinting for ages. And there we go, there's nurseries, so now we can upgrade things. The ants on the other side are taking the nest, and then once they've taken the nest, they can get those resources. So I'm farming my entire side. I'm getting the nests on both sides as well as the resources. Whereas I think this guy has just decided to go, right, I'm going up this way, and I'm just going to hold out, fortify this position, and that'll do. But he's going to find out quite quickly that what he thought... Oh, look, there he goes. He's running. I didn't even notice him there. I think that was him. Maybe? I don't know. Could have been another round, I suppose. And there we go. We got another nest. Not that having another nest helps at the moment. I need to get over there. But this is where stamina is really being a nuisance to me. I'm jumping so that, yes, it takes a little bit more resources, but when I'm flying, I get the resources back. And then I'll speed up my hornets because I've got the nursery. And boom! There we go. I've also got my toxic spores ready, and let's have a look. I don't mind. Hornets, again, I think are the most OP thing in the game. I think door beetles have just been taking hit after hit. I think they've had their attack decreased, I think. It's either they've had it increased or decreased twice now. So, I'm not sure. And anyway, there we go. So he's got his workers still here. He has no idea that I'm hiding over here. No idea. But I think in his head, he's like, no, I've got this. I've got this. All I need to do is just get all my legions full health and then push. I've got him. I've built a wall and I'm all good. So what I'm going to do now is just see exactly where his nest is. And here we go. We have one. Nest discovered. Bottom nest. Oh, it would go without saying he's a bottom. So, did I? Oh, I actually deleted my legion. I deleted my gunners because there was no need to have them anyway. And got the hornets. I didn't realize I did that. Wow. Look at me. Big brain plays. I didn't even realize. What am I going to go for? Oh, I'm just going to go for food. That's what I'm going to go for. Don't decide to go for another legion. But look at that. He decided, oh no, I went in. I went in to attack. I thought, why not? I mean, the warrior's good against him. And there you go. I think he's lost one legion. I don't know where his other one is. But I may as well put the pressure on. But I need to find out now where he is. And this is the point. This is the point where he'll have an absolute panic attack. He'll go, wait, what? What's happening on my side? I thought I had him. There you go. I'm having a look. Hornets are scouting ahead. Really, watching this, I could have played this a lot better. I've got so many resources. I could have had another legion. I could have added an extra legion with multiply and got that legion as well at this point. But, you know, I kind of thought that I had that in the bag at this point, so I didn't feel the need to go for anything else. I can see a nest over there. I see that one. I'm like, okay, that's not the head nest. That's got less than half health. So I thought that this was his headquarters, actually. I don't know if he's spent loads of resources building up the defense on that middle nest at the top, because it has so much more barrier. And I think that just generates over time than the one, you know, he would have had from the start. So now I'm finally realizing, okay, let's get multiply. Let's get some more. Let's get some more legions down here. If we're going to keep on pushing. I've got my hornets over there just so they're an early warning system in case any legions from the top decide to come down the bottom and help out. So I've just got them over the nest. And there you go. Look at him. He's actually harvesting. He's harvesting the pine cone for some reason. So instead of letting him harvest that pine cone, I'm just going to harass him. I'm going to send my... Because all needs to happen is my warriors get in combat. And that's it. He's dropped everything. And I've also noticed he's got gunners over there too. So he's trying to counter my warriors. So he's deleted one of his workers and he's got gunners now. And there we go. We've got one of his troops. But now we've got 3 legions over here. The pincer maneuver is doing really well. Look at him go. Boom. Okay. And then I think I was just looking what's the cheapest. And what we're going to get? Tier 2 warriors? Yep, I think I did that because I saw he had gunners. And look, my hornets! I have nothing up there now. But my hornets are going to kill everything. Everything's going to die. I think he might have deleted his legion then. Or did they walk away? I'm really not sure. I think... Yeah, look, here we go. And I put a toxic spore over here just to make sure he loses health. I wonder if he should be regaining health. Because he's, you know, he's at the nest. But toxic spores, maybe they do more. And there we go, just trying to filter out there. I think I accidentally sped up my warriors, and I didn't mean to. I meant to speed up these workers down here. I'm like, oh, I could have had them by now. But it's alright. You can see, you know, his workers have lost a lot of health. And every apple, every tiny bit of resource I get, I'm putting into these workers. And there you go, he's locked in combat. And there we go. Send them over. And even the hornets come over, because this is it. Really? He should have been coming back to defend this. That's what he should have been doing. But he decides to go for a last-ditch gambit. And he walks all his legions over to my side. Like, go on then, attack it. I'm about to get rage. And this thing's gonna melt. I mean, there's only 2 tier 2s. But look at him. Look at him, he's still marching over there. He deliberately avoids my other nests as well. He must have looked over here and went, oh my god. But, you know, you've got to use the map to your advantage. He should have been pushing both lanes. It makes for a way more demanding, like a workload on your own brain. But it would have stopped this from happening. Look at him. I think he's got 3 legions. He deleted 2 workers for 2 gunners. And he still has... So he has 1 worker and two gunner legions. I think he might have more, actually. He might have 4. There you go. Lost 1. Lost 2. That's going to feel good for him. He's going to hear that sound like... It's like, oh, yeah, we've got this. All I need to do is keep pushing. But I think that's it. I sent my hornets over here because I'm surprised he hasn't resigned, if I'm honest. Or he's locked up my warriors with his gunners. That's... Okay, that's here nor there, I suppose. But it does take my hornets. It just shows how far he's gone. He's actually attacking my main nest now. But with 2 tier 1 legions, he's not going to get that. There's no way he's even taking down the defenses on that. So he might have thought, oh, I'll go for it. But it was never going to happen. And there you go. A victory! On to battle number 3!
Round 2.
And here we are! Match number 3 on the classic, the tried and tested Boulders. This is, this is Halo's Blood Gulch. That's what this one is. You can see by my frantic mouse maneuvers. I'm like, oh, not mouse maneuvers, controls like, quickly, get that. Where do I go? Yeah, I got that guy. Yeah, I got this. Toxic Force, yes. And that is my quintessential go-to. I have warriors, gunners just to cover the weakness. Which I guess I should go wear workers. Especially on this one with a big mushroom in the middle. And I see him already moving. I'm like, okay. Okay, here we go. Now, I played this guy before. And he did a really interesting little tactic on me. Where he got both legions instantly. And then he went off to my side. And maybe he does it here? He might do it here, actually. He went off to my side to try and lock it up before they come out. And I thought that was an interesting tactic. Because you don't want to speed up a legion if you don't have to. And if he locked up my other nest, that was it. I'd be, one legion, half health, and I can't get my second one. So, I'm just looking here, just seeing what's going on. Like, waiting for it, just having a look around. And there, I see just over there, his other legion going down the hill. And that's when it comes, I'm like, oh god, speed up! I just spotted him there. Now, if I wasn't keeping an eye out, I wouldn't have seen that. Because they're in the shadow and they're really far away. But it just clicks in my head, he's like, if I didn't speed this up, he's probably over there looking at my nest, waiting for them to come. And even if, he did lock it up, what it turns out to be is gunners coming towards that nest. And I've got warriors, so I would be losing that fight. Oh no, the workers. And there you go, look how close. If I hadn't have seen that, he could have locked me up and got that nest. So, I sent my warriors over to go get it. Very sneaky. I haven't played this game in a while, but that's, that was not a meta when I saw it. And he sends his other legion to go over to get that other nest. So here we go. Locked him in combat. So now, I'm going to play this carefully because I don't know what this other legion is. I think maybe they were workers? He loves his workers, this guy. I'm not too sure why, but he does. Let's see if I was correct. So what my strategy now is to hang back, let him attack the nest, and shoot him. So he's getting attacked by me and the nest. So I'm trying to be as tactical as I can here. But I know this battle over there is won, but the battle that I'm facing, I need to be careful with. Because if he locks me up, I'm kind of screwed. So here we go. There we go. He's being attacked by the nest and mine, even though they're weak. He's strong against my gunners. The little chip damage will count for something. And I know he won't have the resources to get his third legion out instantly, because he got these ones out instantly. And now I'm a bit worried. I'm like, ooh, is he going to get it? I think he might get it. So I do a Hail Mary here. And I just throw my gunners into him. Because if I lock him up, he can't take the nest. And I'm going to win because I've got full health and he's almost dead. So I'm like, there we go. So I lock him up. And my other warriors have won that combat. And I'll bring him over to heal. Or I'll just leave him out, either way. So, again, very, very close, this one. It could have swung. If I hadn't have seen that, and I'd only had one legion out. I mean, I guess I did have, the other nest, and I could have sped something up there? So maybe it wouldn't have been as bad? Possibly? Now that I think about it. And there we go, he's already weakened this nest so much that I can just take this. And there he's got his other legion back again, he's instantly got it. So we got 4 nests now. I'm not going to waste any time. Get the upgrades. Get another legion here. I decided to go for gunners. Why? I don't know. I should have went for workers. That would have been the best case scenario there, but I went for gunners for some reason. There he is. Hunter's Lantern. And what happened, right? This whole recording session. I came up against this guy, must have been 7 or 8 times. But every time Deadly Sands came up, they deliberately didn't play. They left it for 5 minutes and then quit. Every time. That happened 3 times, and each time it was the same. So there we go. I've got those to take on those. I've got my other nest. I'm quite surprised at this point he didn't resign. If it was me, I might have been tempted to resign. But this guy's tenacious. And I'm going to spend all my resources to get another gunner up. I don't know if he sees that. But here we go. We've got... Even though they're good against my warriors, there's 2 of them. So I think 2 warriors are going to beat his gunner. 2 rocks are going to beat his paper, basically. So I send my other gunners to get another one. Look, he's active, he's active. He's about to do something. He's commanding something. Let's see. I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, we got this. I'm waiting for my gunners to get over there. But the thing is, I'm like, oh, they can't walk because I haven't got direct line of sight. But if I get them to the nest, then I can move my warriors away. So here we go. I'm trying to lock in my gunners with his gunners. And once I do, I'm going to send the warriors over there to heal. Yep, get ready. There we go. That's 1. And that's 2. So there we go. I'm feeling good. Feeling confident. And then I see 2 legions running this way. I'm like, oh no. My undefended nest. This no good. This no good. So I decide, Toxic Spore it. If he's coming over here, he's going to take losses. And my 2 warriors, which are good against... Sorry, yes? Yep, good against his workers, are coming over here as well. So it's not looking good for this guy. And they're also going over my nest to get here, so they're healing as well. I think he realizes now this has not been a good matchup. Coming over here, he's taken... You know, I haven't even attacked with a legion, and he's lost a quarter of his health on both of them. And he sends 1 to run away, probably to help out those other gunners that are locked up, because obviously he's good against those. But I realize he's doing that. He's sending his other workers over to help and take my other nest. And I'm like, nope. So I use a rage to speed this up. And then as soon as that's done, I'm going to send the warriors over there to help that. Because all he needs to do is lock up my gunners. And then he might have the nest. So they run off. Doing good. I was quite surprised. Like I said, I thought he was going to resign. But he didn't. And then I call back my other gunners. Because I'm like, I need some defenses here. And there we go. There we go. And he tries to run backward. He saw the writing on the wall there. And unfortunately, he gets locked up with my other warriors. Oh, wait, no. No, he did lock up my gunners. Never mind. And I'm just waiting here for the upgrade. Because what he's doing, he's wasting so many resources on speeding up every legion. And there's no real need for it. He could have been saving. He could have been getting an Uber unit. He could have been getting nests. But he was so focused on killing me for some reason. I mean, yeah, you could battle me, but, you know, and there's another one. Like, these aren't free. These have all died super, like, close to each other. So every time I see another one, that's all, you know, his food got into that. And I thought I could get the barrier, but I didn't realize it cost 60, so I'll get the gunners. And there we go. At this point, I'm like, I can have everyone over here now. He's good. And then the gunners, there we go, nest gunners. Yes! Defenses! But he got over here super quick, though. But now he's got gunners attacking him. He's got my nest guards attacking him. I don't think he'll get this. Even if... I could probably not even have helped this. But I decide to anyway. Everything's coming over here. Because I'm deciding if I see him go for my other nest... You know, I can run over there by the time and I can kill him. Because that other nest has full health. This one is the weakest out of the bunch. And there you go. I sent my gunners off out of combat just to do range instead. And with 2 gunners, a nest gunner, and 2 warriors, this thing's just going to melt. And it's going to do literally no damage to me. And again, I'm so surprised this guy didn't resign. And I see him for, what is it, the 3rd, 4th time? Running over this way. For some reason. And I just sent my gunners over there. I'm like, go on then. Right, at this point, my warriors can hide over here. My gunners can go intercept that. Tenacious. Gotta give it to him. Very tenacious. Really wanted me dead. Look at him. He's not even going to get to the nest. Not even going to get there, and I'm going to cut him off. But just an interesting strategy that I didn't see coming was this, oh, I'll just run to his other nest, you know, waste those resources that could have been spent on powers or anything else, and just go and attack him. And there you go. I'm like, okay, well, I may as well get the other nest. I've got legions in everything. Really, if I wanted to, I could have attacked him here. Because his gun is locked up and he's only got 3 and the other 2 are workers. So he literally has nothing out in the field except for these gunners. Nothing at all. And thankfully, my gunners did a beautiful job on this nest. And it's basically mine instantly. And that's the thing with this game. You want to be thinking outside of the battle you're having. So while I'm attacking him, I'm also getting another nest. Or I'm upgrading something. Whereas I think this guy was just so laser focused on attacking me that they weren't doing anything else. They weren't sending a legion like off to get something. They were full force going for it. So at this point, I'm just waiting for nurseries so that 50 food can get these hornets instantly. So I'm 2 nests up on this guy. That's, you know, a farm and like a mushroom farm and a wood or a pine wood yard or whatever you want to call it. And that's going to add up over time. As you can see, I've got nursery, I've got uber units. Doesn't matter what he does, I think he's pretty much screwed here. So 67, the perfect amount to get hornets. Boom! And there you go. That's it. I would say that like now he should be giving up. As soon as you see these hornets coming towards him, he should know the writing's on the wall. But is there anything he can do? Can he pull it from the jaws of defeat? A victory? And I'm like saying to him, like, I'm so like running around like, it's over, dude. It's over. There's nothing you can do. But for some reason, he decides to harvest the mushroom, thinking he's locked everything up into combat. Which he obviously hasn't. And I said, 1 warrior's over here. I mean, yeah, I'm going to lose a troop. But, you know, I've got toxic spores, rage, hornets, more units, more eco. It doesn't matter. I can buy those back. I don't know. Maybe they were playing a different game. Maybe they thought they had it in the bag. All I need to do is just keep buying my units back. I've got this. There's that gunner that died just over there now. You know, he got back. He actually recycled one of his workers for another gunner because he sees that I've got 2 warriors. But at this point, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Did I see him run over? I don't know. Thought I might have there. But no, I'm running over to my... Obviously, I've got a plan here. I don't know what the plan is. Probably another spell? Oh! I'm finally taking a note of his unit composition and going, right, he deleted. He's got 2 gunners. May as well go for a quite overpowered worker and then also harvest the apple while I'm at it. But a good game. An interesting tactic. I just think, you know, there was another nest he could have went for. He didn't have to keep on attacking my nests. I know that, you know, you take me off a nest and you get one, but on to the final round 4.
Final round. Fight.
Again, against the same dude, except for this time, Boulders. And this one is an interesting one because it could go either way. And there's a swinger and a tactic I didn't expect. Not literally a swinger. But, I mean, I know when I play this that the middle is the most important. You get the middle, that's it. Your sword. I mean, I guess you could climb up the top, but you're going to be hit by their gunner shots and stuff. So, this is a really interesting one. I wanted to include it because it is interesting as well. And for the first time, I don't send my first legion over to a nest. I send them over to get some resources. So, what do? Because it's a slow start to this one. I don't really like... What's it called? Is it called Canyon? I can't remember. Boulder. Nope, Canyon. Either way. I don't really like this one. because there's been loads of times that I've spent half an hour, 40 minutes on this map in particular, gotten loads of resources, loads of army, and then finally attack, and they resign. And it's just like, I could have got the same result on Boulders in 10 minutes. It's like, or 20 minutes. But I've had to waste so much time here. So this is a bit unfortunate, this one, because I think they're both wood, when really I think I needed food. I was hoping that it was food, because I've just spent all my resources getting my second legion quite quickly. And it's wood, which is only used for upgrading, when really I just want more units. I don't really care about the wood. I mean, I guess I could use the wood for mushroom farms, which I've already got 2 mushroom farms. Normally I even it out, 1 mushroom farm, 1 wood storage thing. But this time I'm going for all mushroom. And then over there at the entrance, I see rhino beetles. And I remember thinking, like, what? Rhino beetles? All the way over here? And then it clicks. He's transported his other unit. And he's attacking the nest all the way at my side to try and get the entrance. I thought maybe he was just trying to guard it to see what I was doing. You know, if I came through, he'd see me. But then I see that, you know, you only have 2 legions to start with. He went for rhino beetles instantly, sent them over here to get that nest. Which I thought is actually a stroke of pure genius. Initially, I was like, wow. I never thought of doing this. Like, you know, you want to get the middle. How'd you get there quicker? Rhino beetles. And then you've got 1 legion that can take a nest. Sorted. I thought that was brilliant. But you're going to see how this game doesn't favor that. Those rhinos have died. I didn't realize that. I thought they went down to pick up the other ones, like the other legion, but no, he's killed them. So that's 20 or 30 food wasted right there. So obviously his plan is to get another legion that isn't the rhino beetles, and that's all he used them for, was this transportation instant grab. And I thought that was, again, really good. But the whole time he's done this, he's wasted resources, he's wasted time, and I've been able to march over here with a stronger force, 2 legions, almost full health, and he's only got 1 legion over here at half strength. And in there is the loss, is the L, is my W. Because now, I can come in here with 2 legions strong, and a power, if I wanted to, like I'm gonna do, rage, and get this instantly. So, what was the point? It's not defended. There's no legion here. He's trying to get the middle one, and that middle one, I'm going to take. As soon as I've got this, I'm going to send my legions over there. There we go. Off they go. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get more mushrooms. So I've got 3 mushroom farms. I'm going to get another legion. And I'm going to try to speed this up, and I'm going to snowball this. So there we go. He doesn't even have this nest yet. And what I try to do here is go and attack him, take it off it, but I accidentally just end up joining, taking the nest down quicker. And there you go. I just took him off it, got the last hit off, and it's my nest. So he's given me 2 nests. He's wasted his resources. He's lost his legion. And I just feel so bad for him. I feel so bad. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. That's game. I get my shield on this one. I say sorry to him. I circle him. But hopefully there'll be more stuff coming in the future with Empires of the Ants. I hope so. It's such a good game. It's just let down by its updates. And if you've enjoyed this video, guys, leave a like. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.